part of us deep inside that speaks up when we take a risk, that hesitates when our higher self wants us to grow, and it often sabotages our efforts. And that's not because it hates us, it's because it's trying to protect us. It's that inner voice of the protector, as I've already mentioned, the critic or the controller. And this inner voice is the ego. And this is not the stereotype of arrogance. This is who we become, our identity that's formed as we've grown up through life from our conditioning. Now, we need the ego to survive emotionally and socially, to fit in, to avoid danger. And this is something that's been conditioned into us since we were children, and it's protected us growing up. But the question to ask is, do we need that level of protection now as adults? Probably not. I mean, the ego can stop us from speaking up. It makes us afraid of judgment. It craves to control every facet of our lives, down to the finest detail if we let it. When really we should truly be in an intuitive flow in life, a flow of intuitive choices. For me, I've been afraid of speaking my truth for so long, through fear of conflict or judgment. And I used to have control so much in my life, and there's still aspects of my life that are being controlled, but it's got better. And that just put me inside a box of repetitive programs and actions, and I'd be feeling so unhappy, but not know why. And I guess this is because the ego wants predictability. It wants to know. It doesn't want to be free. It doesn't want that freedom that our higher self craves. It wants to know what's going to happen next. And that's what gives it the control, because that drives fear. Because we can't possibly know what's going to happen next. So then we live in fear. Whereas if we just let go that need to know, let the ego loosen its grasp, and that changes things. Now, this is not about making the ego the enemy. It's not about disowning this part of us and fighting it. It's more about focusing on connecting to our higher self through our intuition and being more self-aware, so we can observe these ego behaviors and see what it's up to. But look at it without judgment. So I guess, we could look at it as that part of us, that it gets things wrong. It can get a bit overexcited and try and take over, and just understand it. Treat it with compassion and see it, as in the words of Dr. David Hawkins, as a pet that needs to be reined in. It's not about beating ourselves up about what we said or did, but observing it and setting the intention to change it. Now, to have the self-awareness to do this, it's good to be in the very present moment, which is not necessarily the easiest thing in the lives we lead. So in the mornings, it's about starting your day, setting that intention, getting yourself in the present moment, anchoring yourself there, and setting your intention to be there throughout the day. And that's taking yourself to a quiet place. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, in and out, feel the sensations inside and outside of your body. Feel that very moment, feel the couch you're sitting on, the cushion, smell smells, feel the temperature of the room. Get yourself in that present moment and set that intention, and then you're more likely to be able to stop ego behavior, ego programs in their tracks. But it's not easy. Life's busy, we get stressed, life's complicated. So the next best thing you can do is reflect on a daily basis on your interactions, what you said, what you did, and ask yourself, where did that come from? Did it come from fear, or did it come from truth? So there are two parts to us. There's the ego and there's the higher self. And now, it's not black and white. It's not bad and good. We need some of the mechanisms of the ego to survive. But we need to monitor it and watch it for that fear, that control, that criticism of ourselves and others. Because then our higher self can shine right through.